Hello my lovely viewers. Valentine's Day is right around the corner, so how about we show some love to the hashtag Epic Late Game enthusiasts by doing a challenge that has everything to do with Epic Late Game. And you guessed it, we're going for the highest eco ever, or if not that, then at least the highest eco for this recent patch where it is no longer possible to go to the original round 300 records. So before I mention anything else, a decent chunk of you probably already saw Tyler's version of this video which he released about a few days ago. If you didn't see that yet, then I'll link it in the description in case you wanted to check out his perspective, because yes, both of us are going for that sweet record. If you already saw Tyler's video though, don't leave just yet. I know the gameplay's gonna be quite identical, but I have wholesome memes to keep you engaged as well as a few more things to talk about. First, how are we going to go about getting mad eco? Originally I wanted to try this out in card battles, but because Ninja Kiwi still hasn't added custom clubs to private card battles yet, we will have to settle for classic mode. Quite a shame. It's been what, 6 months since the release of Club Card Arenas? But I guess Ninja Kiwi isn't in a hurry to add it since hardly anyone plays card battles anyway. Most players these days only play cards to either try it out for the first time, to unlock the veteran cards, or to go for a wacky and crazy record. Cough cough. Club Arena cards would have made this challenge much easier because of how you gain eco through that mode. All you have to do is drop a single ground zero card or something to get thousands of eco at once. But here on Classic you'll have to play like a slave and click away until your fingers fall off. Reminds me of a certain game I used to play. Anyways, how are we going to go about getting the highest eco ever? For one, let's start with the loadout of Village, Farm, Super Monkey, and Chipper. I told you the second best strategy would be of some use eventually. Now to break down the reason for each and every tower. The farm is a new one that we never would have used had we attempted this challenge a few months ago, because there was a change to the farm around that time that made it so monkey banks now gain eco per round on top of the interest that piles up within, making it a wonderful choice for this challenge. Just look at how much eco I have right now because of these banks. I believe each one fully upgraded gives about 160 eco per round, which doesn't look like a lot when you think about it that way, but if you consider the fact that I can fill the entire map with these, that's a good couple thousand eco per round that I wouldn't be getting, adding up to well over 20,000 over the course of a long match. Of course we'll eventually need to sell them come late game because they become a waste of space and not worth it to keep around due to the extremely long rounds, which is why it was important to get them up ASAP. Next tower to bring up is the Village. Hypersonic temples may look cool and all with a call to arms ability, but that is not why I'm bringing this guy. The only reason to do so is because the third tier upgrade on the left side makes it so all Bloons you send net you 20% more eco, and to reiterate how important that is, well the bonus you get from keeping the third tier village around will net you more eco than all your banks combined will, assuming you survive long enough. And then the last two, Super Monkey and Chipper, the good old essential late game towers, so no surprise here. Although it's gonna suck not having ninja, ice, or a bomb sacrificed for the temple. Because we won't be able to survive as long as we normally would, and the lesser we survive, the less eco we will get. Alright, so some other things to mention. You know how I just talked about clicking until my fingers fell off a few minutes ago, right? Well, a nice way to prevent that is to use an auto clicker for sending eco, which is exactly what I did. However, it is only useful for the first 40 rounds because you can't just mindlessly keep sending Bloons with your auto-clicker. You must also take the time to upgrade your defense in between sending them to, or else you'll die super early. Unless you have one of those advanced auto-clickers that will let you click on different spots of the map at certain times. But nah, the one I was using for this game was a simple click on the same spot auto-clicker. My fingers still ended up falling off by the end of the game, by the way, so really it wasn't of much help. I was sending pinks at the beginning of the game, but later on, or should I say now, you'll start to notice that I transition into whites, blacks or even zebras. Reason being that while they may take longer to come out, they actually give more eco per balloon sent, which plays into your favor, because a neat trick you can do to maximize eco is to fill up the balloon send queue with those blacks or zebras. Use that time where they're still in queue to place or upgrade towers, then once they've all been sent, rinse and repeat. If you couldn't understand what I just said, just replay the video from that point over until you get it. So yeah. As you can tell, we are pretty damn hardcore about this record, unlike some other people who like to blatantly lie about their records and their titles. Cough cough. Yes, if you didn't know, I was talking about Tootie in that last sentence, aka the new kid on the block. Tyler mentioned him in his respective video, but I want to mention it again because it triggered me. He had a live stream about a week ago where he also tried for the highest eco ever and didn't even make it to 100,000. But guess what he called the stream title? How to get 1 million eco. Okay, so maybe he just meant he was trying for 1 million eco and not necessarily getting it, but in that case why not just say that in the title instead of creating ambiguity and clickbaited that? Like listen, I know I clickbait. Tyler clickbaits, and everyone and their mother on this website clickbaits, but at least we don't lie in our titles and cross the line like that. We legitimately got over 250k eco in this game, so we deserve the right to name our titles like that. But come on Tootie, don't you dare pull that off again. If any of you watching right now are Tootie fans, then don't get your panties in a knot and dislike because I never said he was a piece of shit or anything. Just he can do better than lie to his viewers like that. On the bright side, I apparently heard he told Jerome that wizards are bad, so that's something I guess. Anyways, we are reaching real dangerous territory right now, aren't we? Cause we're gaining eco faster than ISAB's and Atena's career. Already eclipsing the 200,000 eco mark, and we still have a ways to go. However, income gain is starting to slow down because I have to start focusing more on activating abilities to keep myself alive. Before I go, I must conduct a guessing game as usual for videos like these. I did say 250,000 plus in the video, but I ended with much more than that. How much more? Well, that's for you to guess if you haven't skipped to the end of the video, or heard Tyler spoil my eco amount in his video yet. So I'll leave you off with the rest of the game. Remember as always to drop likes and comments as they are much appreciated by me, even though I may not respond to every positive comment. Have a rich day.